last time? Who can remind us? What did we look at? Who can remind us? Yes, I'm seeing, for me, I don't want callers' answers. You raise up your hand, then I allow you, then you talk. Natalie, just unmute yourself.
Are we learning?
Are we learning?
Yeah, are we learning?
No, I told, unless when you are not on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, already the timetable, we said we are having geography. Mr. Buziba has some issues. He's going to teach in my time tomorrow. People on WhatsApp, you can see already the timetable can show that it's geography. It's not by mistake. Okay, are you ready?
We talked about forestry in British Columbia.
We talked about forestry in British Columbia. Okay, just give me 1 minute and yeah. Okay, thank you, Leila. Leila has told us. People, can you write there your names? Because I'm seeing someone with X666. I'm giving you 1 minute. That person with the different names, I'm giving you 1 minute. Then if at all you don't do that, I'm going to remove you from class. Okay. We are in geography. Unless when you are not on WhatsApp, already I communicated. We communicated. Okay. Leila, thank you. Leila, do you have anything to submit? Any other? Oh, I'm seeing your hand is up.
We looked at the types of trees in British Columbia and their characteristics.
Yeah, we looked at the trees in British Columbia. Okay, right now, let me share this work so that we proceed where we ended. We proceed where we ended. Let me share my screen here so that we can proceed. Yeah, let me hope you can see my screen very well. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, so I go to Nabisunsa. I sing the procedure, then you go to Nabisunsa, then you go, you log in. When you log in, you put there your username and you have to remember so that you don't repeat. Then after, I go inside. Okay, then I look for geography senior 2. Then I go to senior 2 geography book. That's where you find those notes. You can go and try. You go to the Nabisunsa e-learning platform, already the work. Then you go to British Columbia. When you go to British Columbia, yeah, this is the work. Last time, our last thing we had looked at factors favoring forestry, and these are some of the points we looked at. We looked at the physical, then we also looked at the human factors. Then today we are going to continue. Already last time I explained these points and how they favor forestry in British Columbia. So for today we are proceeding with hair. So can I get one person to read for us? You raise up your hand, I allow you to talk, then you read for us. You raise up your hand, you read. You raise up your hand. Anyone who can read for us? Okay. Let me get Salma Nabada. Read for us this part, only this part.
Yes. Lumbering Lumbering activities are divided into three main stages. Felling, fellers are people who cut down trees. They work in pairs and wear brightly colored clothes and steel helmets to avoid accidents when trees fall down. Barking. Sackers are people who cut down trees into sizable logs of 12 meters long for easy loading onto trucks. They also remove the backs of trees.
Yes.
Chokermen. These are people who drag the logs into central places, booming grounds for loading onto trucks. They use steel spars with cables which are used to log onto wagons and trucks.
Yeah, thank you. Now let me get another person to read for us. Divine, unmute yourself and talk. Divine.
Transportation of loads. There are various modes of transport that are used to carry logs to sawmills. Road transport. Logs are loaded onto heavy diesel engine trucks and then transported to the sawmills. Water transport. Logs are floated on water down the rivers to the sawmills or by packaging them on special boats called barges. Railway transport. Logs are loaded onto railway wagons and transported to the sawmills. Sliding on ice. Mainly used during extremely cold conditions when snow activity is severe and the logs are slid down to the sawmills. Wood processing centers include Vancouver, Prince George, Kitmat, Prince Rupert, Kamloops, New Westminster, Chilliwack, Nelson, Albany, and Gold River. The wood products include sawnwood, plywood, furniture, pulp and paper, laminated wood, wood tiles, and rayon. I continue.
Yeah,
okay.
Continue.
Marketing of wood products. Large quantities of forest products are exported through the ports like Vancouver, Albany, Prince Rupert, and Kitmat. The major export markets are USA, Britain, Japan, and several African countries.
Okay, thank you. I think you have seen how starting from the activities which are done, this process of forestry. Remember, forestry, the definition is this is the process of growing trees, cutting them. That's what we call forestry. When we are dealing with cutting down trees for other use or planting them, that's all forestry. Now we are looking at lumbering activities. In lumbering, there are three activities. There is felling, like felling, cutting down the trees to fell. Then we have barking. Barking is to cut them into, to cut down them into what? Logs, to put them in logs. Then we have also the chokermen, So when you look at these chokermen, these are people who drag the logs to center places, meaning these are the people who transport them. Am I clear? There we are very clear, and I think everything is clear. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to first show you what we call, okay, let me play this video. Starting from the, let me see, the tree failures. Let me play this video. Yes, so these people, they use such machines, the tractors, to cut down the trees. They are not like us in Africa or in Uganda, where you get a panga, then you get this sewing machine. These people, they have heavy machineries that they use to cut down trees. Sometimes they call them harvesters because they are harvesting what? Trees. Am I clear? There we are clear. If at all you have any issue, just raise your hand. I'm seeing Ada, your hand is up. Ada?
Teacher, why do they put like those things on the tires? Have you seen that thing on the side?
And sometimes they put those things on the tires. It's because these areas, some of them, they are like, how can we say, they are sleepy, something like that. Like when they depend on rubber only on the tires, it can, they can, like the way you go in the muddy area. Remember these forest areas, they are kind of muddy. So you have to put there those chains. Even if it is muddy, these chains can still move the what? The tractor. That's why they use it, so that they can reduce on the way that the tires can be sleeping on be sleepy on the what? On the surface of the soil. So it's like reducing on that thing. Let me hope they are clear. So for easier movement, so that the where they are getting the material, it's muddy area, so the vehicles have to move. So they have to put there those chains so that it can continue without being what? Okay, now I'm seeing Nisima. Nisima, your hand is up also. You ask. Nisima, unmute yourself. Nisima, but I cannot.
Teacher, teacher, at the very beginning of the video, they showed trees that had been cut, and there was some like paint. Why do they put that paint on them?
Paint is like to mark. It's like to mark them. Are you getting it? Some trees, they can say from here up to this area. It's like when you come and say that around this area, we mark that these are the trees we are going to cut. Then you mark and say around this area, those are the trees we are going to cut this day. So it's just a marking to know where they ended and where they are supposed to start from. So it's just to help them in the process. Now, let me play this video where they fill the trees, but here, this one, we call it the harvesters, the machines they use to cut trees. Okay, as we have seen, that's how those people, they harvest this tree, and that process we call it tree failing, like failing, FELLING, that is failing the trees, putting them down. That process we call it failing. Then we have barking. This is the process. When I say barking or barkers, these are the people who cut the trees into logs. Are you getting? These are the people who cut the trees into logs. Remember, we are still looking at lumbering activities. We have tree felling. This is putting down the trees, or tree harvesting. Then we have barking. Barking is to cut them into sizable logs, like the way we are going to see. Just a quick video and we see. Yes, I'm seeing Gava, your hand is up. Yes, Gava, you can unmute and talk.
Teacher, what about badging?
Pardon?
What about badging?
Badging. You wait, we are going to do that. You write that SP in my inbox. Just send me on what on in the chat room, that SP of bar.
Okay.
Badging. Put it in that. Then I'm seeing Trophy. Your hand is up. Trophy.
Teacher, like these notes that we are learning now, some of them have a bit of increased on what we learned in class. So are we supposed to copy them again?
No, you don't need to copy them. Like those people already who have forestry in British Columbia, no. This material is going to, but those ones who don't have, you can add. Just we need to understand the concept about forestry. Already the notes you have, they are enough. Am I clear? The notes you have, they are enough. Just for you to understand. Yeah, now let us continue. Okay, let me see what Samantha has put bagging. Okay, I'm going to check on that. Okay, now let us see how these people, what we call barking. Barking is like cutting trees, the felled trees, into logs, sizable logs which are ready for transportation or to be taken to the sawing mills. Sawing mills, that's where they do all the cutting of what? This timber into nice, how can I say it? These logs into nice timber for transportation. Yielding, okay, we are going to look at those. Okay, I'm seeing people have written there. We are going to see. Now let us first play this video and see. Okay, that's what we call barking, cutting them into sizable what? Sizable, let me see here. Okay, let me go to here, what people have written here. Someone has written yielding in forestry. In forestry, yielding in forestry. Let us look at what is that. Okay. What is yield? Okay, let us get the definition. This is a yielder is a piece of log equipment which uses a system of cable to pull or fly from the land. Okay. Okay, this is the process they are trying, yielding. Yielding is like putting them, like this is yielding, someone who has asked about yielding. Yeah, this is the process. As you see it, it's just a matter of just getting these timber or these logs, and you use a yielder. Yielder is like something to I don't know, like picking them, and you put them on the what? On the trucks. That's what we call yielding. Then someone has asked about another. It was yes, Tibalo.
Teacher, where can I find these notes?
The notes are in the Navisunsa e-learning platform. And I know Tibalo, you have an account. Just go there and you put there your name, like Tibalo Ravin. Then you put there the password. The password is hash NGS 2020. Already, I gave it to you on your groups, so it's already there. So now let us proceed. Okay, I know people are saying the video is over freezing. Sometimes it can be your network. Other people here, they are saying they are seeing it okay. Now there is someone who asked about, let me first, bagging. It was B-A-R-G-N. Let me hope, bagging in forest. I think, let me hope that's the SP. A bag is just like transporting, It's just like transporting. So these are just languages they use, like the way you see this one is what we call bagging, putting the timber on water. That's what we call bagging. After cutting them, as I explained, they cut them. After cutting them, the process is they cut them, that is tree fading. Then they have to back them, cutting them into sizable logs. Then after they do yielding is getting them using the cans and put them on either on the ship, or they are put on the truck. Then when we talk about bagging, is to put them on the load, like that thing of transporting them. So I think you are not supposed to be confused by these terms. Even when you look at your notes, the definitions are very clear. So now let us proceed. After seeing how they transport them, these one, they transport them in different ways. They transport them in different ways, as you see. Those ones, you cannot send me your WhatsApp. You cannot send me your WhatsApp. It's you to WhatsApp me not to WhatsApp you. Okay, the thing is, there are many ways how these people, they transport these logs. Either they can use road transport by putting them on heavy diesel trucks, like the way then they are transported to the sawmills. Then sometimes they use water transport. Water transport, it can be done in two ways. Like, for example, the way you have seen here, let me show you, like the way you see here, they put them on this vessel and they are transported. Then there is another way where they just float them, where they just float. Let me write. Logs. Let me look for that, and you see what they mean by floating. Like the way you see here in these photos, they float them. And remember, some of them, they float them so that they can be transported. And remember, in British Columbia, there are rivers. So they put them on water. This water is moving. So these logs are moved. Someone may ask, but these logs, they look big. Won't they sink? No, when you look at when we looked at the characteristics of these trees, they are heavy, they are wide in size, big logs, but they are light in size, like in weight. They are light. So they put them on water, and remember, rivers, they are sloping. Then they move the logs to the sowing centers or the sow centers, where they are going to cut them into sizable thing. Any question there before you proceed? Then you ask, I know I know some of you, we are used to our local lumbering, where people they do you cut it, sometimes you get a panga, ta, but this is a modern way. That's why everything it is done. And some of these activities, they are doing them depending on the relief. As we said, British Columbia is one of the country which is a mountainous area. So that's why they have many rivers coming from the mountains. Yeah, they have many trees which are found on the what? On the mountains. So now let us go to the next thing here. Then also there is another way of transporting these timber or these logs. They can put them on the what? On the railway transport or the trains, and they transport them to the sawmill. And then sometimes they can slide on ice. Remember, we said British Columbia, we have the Rocky Mountain, and there are many forests in the Rocky Mountain. So they put that timber on the snow, then it is slided to the what? To the downslope, where they are picked and they are loaded on the what? On the trucks. Then they are taken to areas where they are going to be worked on. Let me hope I'm clear there. If at all you have any question and you have not understood that area, you raise up your hand, then we proceed. But let me hope my explanation is kinda okay. Now let us, I'm seeing people who are written one name, like I'm seeing Gillian, I'm seeing someone has written J, automatically that person has written J, I cannot leave you in my class. Why do you write J? Hey, I just remove you. Okay, let me see other people have not written their two names, then I remove them from class. Trust, can you write there your other name before I remove you from class? I'm giving you 1 minute. Okay, let us proceed. I think people don't have questions. The explanation is very clear. Let me see the inbox. There's someone asking, teacher, can't the logs go to a different direction? But remember, the river is a small things, like we call it a path. So they just move, then they go. It's not easy for them to go another side. No, remember, the river is just like a linear thing. So they follow that one line until where they are directed. Someone is asking, don't they get rotten in the water? In the water? Okay, when they leave them there for long, they can rot. But remember, when you put there your goods on the water to float to go to a certain area, automatically you have to follow. We are going to see they have their small boats which they use to direct the what? The logs to the different way. And also the river flow towards the coast, so it's easy to correct them. Yeah, leaders told us that because the majority of the rivers, they are coming to the coast, so it is easy for them to be on one center. And I'm seeing Condoleezza, I'm seeing your hand. Condoleezza, you have a question?
Teacher, on the processes for lumbering, you gave us felling, barking, and chokermen. But then for us on the part for chokermen, we were given yarding. The people who carry out yarding are called chokermen. So is it okay, instead of using chokermen, we use yarding?
It's okay. It's just a language. It's like one thing having many names.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You can call it yarding if at all you don't want to use chokermen. But those are the people who carry and put it on the truck for you. when you come to our Chikubo, some of you have ever gone to Chikubo, those chokamen, we call them the fast people who be there carrying logs on their head and say fast. So here, the fast people, they are called the yielders or the chokamen. We need to be confident with this, the language they use. Yeah. Now, as we have seen, okay, I'm seeing people are inboxing. Why are they put in water? They put it on water just to transport them. It's one of the way of transporting. Can't they get tangible in like weed? Okay. No, remember when they put these logs on the water, they don't just leave them, but they take themselves. No. After putting them there, they have to follow them and they direct them to that destination. Then someone has asked, how long do they take to reach? No, it depends on someone. If at all you leave them to float and you don't follow them, automatically it will be a slow process. But remember, these people, they don't just do it and leave them there. No, there are people who have to follow that timber to the destination. Those who would get spoiled due to water, no. When you look at, okay, they can get spoiled, but as I have told you, they just use the water for transportation. Are you getting? They just use them for transportation. And remember, we are going to see this video that this timber, we call it heating. There's a way they put it in warmers, and the more they warm the timber, it becomes hard. They remove all the moisture in the wood so that it can become hard. That's why when you find these furnitures from those countries, even you have your termites, they cannot destroy such timber. Like the way we have our timber, some of you have your beds, but the beds, there is that wood, I don't know, it's like powdered something. It's because the timber is kind of, it was not treated. But these people, they warm them, they treat this timber so that if at all they make a furniture from that wood, it cannot easily be destroyed. And even when you go to those European countries, those people, they have like their doors, they are made from what? From wood. But when you go there and start hitting that door is even, is more stronger than even the aluminum and the steel doors we have, because they can treat this wood and it becomes too hard. Even to destroy it, it's not easy. Am I clear? Let me hope. I know the reason why we have issues, some of us, we be here, our local environment, we have never got a chance to go to those European countries. But for us, I've got a chance to move around the world. At least I am telling you the story. So just get it from me, Namudaala da Muzungu. Then I'm the one telling you the story. I don't be there saying, you are lying. No, I have ever gone there. So, and some of you, you have ever gone there. I'm seeing Bella Benita. Your hand is up. Bella Benita. Benita.
Teacher. Like what are sledges? There's a point that says big logs are transported by sledges to power points.
To power sledges, it's like, you know, these are just terms which are used. Like the way you call them logs, someone can call them sledges. Are you getting? It's just a language. I know I have exposed you to many terms, but for you stick on the term logs, I think it is easy for everyone, because some of you eat cassava logs. At least it can easily be in your mind. Very well. Am I clear when you say logs? Like the people who eat cassava, they are like that, logs. So you remain on logs because that's the easiest way. Now these are the centers where they do this. Majority of these ones, when you look at them, they are ports. We have the inland ports like Prince George. Then Vancouver is it's on the coast. Then we look at Kitmat is at the coast. Then we look at the majority of them. These ones are found at the what? At the coast. Then when you look at the wood product. These are the products: the plywood, furnitures, palm paper, laminated wood. Laminated wood, that's the hardwood which they do what? Then we have wooden tiles. In Uganda, do we have wooden tiles? Have you ever seen them? But for us who have ever moved abroad, we have ever seen them. Then I know, let me play for you this video before we go to the factors, and you see the process. But let me play it so that you see from the beginning to the end, just for us to understand more the process.
Ballpark figure, I don't know. Weil du musst, das ist halt die Bank bedienen. So, that is a very good point, and a lot of people plumbing might find difficult. He looks after Graham's side. He's the contract manager for You're probably
Ihr seht, im Tal ist alles neu, alles weggenommen. Wenn wir uns jetzt aber auf der rechten Seite mal schauen, das ist natürlich neu geerntet worden.
I won't repeat them right now.
Die Frage war über Flächenbefahrbarkeit, Rückengassen, Bodenverdichtung und das alles. Wir haben
Ryder tries. We do it. It happens if we're not in a rush to get some more.
Those people who were asking, how do they follow the timber they put on water to float? Are you seeing this cupboard? They use that cupboard to direct the what? The timber. If at all it's going on the other side, then someone moves it so that they can direct them to be moving in the right direction. So they use such machinery to do that work, as you see. Okay, we have looked at that. Now, the next thing we are going to look at, I have some questions in the chat room. Like for example, let me see what they have asked me. Okay. Someone has asked, so let me first start with someone who asked, teacher, do they carry out afforestation after? Yeah, we call it reforestation because already the trees have been removed. Then that's when we call it reforestation. So after cutting down the trees, they plant the new trees to replace the other one they have already cut. That's why they mark the area where they have removed the trees, and they know which type of a tree, which type of the tree species is supposed to be on at that area. Then someone has asked, why do they leave them in the water and pick them after, even though the river is not moving? No, just they are put there. They are not left there. It's like when you put them there and say, tomorrow we are going to transport. They don't leave it for good. That's why you saw the other small boat trying to direct the timber to that destination. Then someone has asked, teacher, why do they crush the remaining timber into small pieces? Okay, there are many products they can make from that residue after removing the things which are on the low. They can use it to, they can make like they can use it for many things. They can use it, even they can add there some glue and they make new timber in that. They add some material, then they stick it together, then they form there are many products they can make from that. Someone is asking, are those trees which are used for electricity poles? Yeah, they can be used for electricity poles, but this Bazungu, they passed that level of electricity poles. They no longer use that thing. For them, their electricity thing is used underground. They are not like ours where we use outside. So for them, they are on another level. They don't use that. But there, if at all you are asking, yeah, those poles can be used for electricity transportation. Yeah. Then someone has asked, what if these rivers have waterfalls? Yeah, because those rivers also have waterfalls. Yeah, they slope, then when they reach the waterfalls, they dam, then they continue. It's just a process. Then someone is asking, do they inconvenience water transport? Because to find you when you are using for real that river to go where, remember it's a mountainous area, then why do you want to, what do you want to use the river for? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So specifically, it's not easy to find there people using those rivers for their personal transportation. Then someone is asking, here, does the boat uses a remote? Yeah, they can use a remote. Sometimes people are there. Teacher, what about we see the poles and they are being transported? Yeah, now let us go to the next thing. Can I get one person who's going to read for us here? Let me share my screen and I get someone to read for us here. Yeah, we are going to look at reasons why most of the wood processing industries are at the coast. So we are going to see why are these sewing mills are at the coast. Yeah, let me get Namazi. Did I pick Namazi? Like I said, Namazi, let me allow you, don't over. I'm picking other people. Namazi, I don't know why I have failed to pick you. Namazi. Namazi?
Yeah. Reasons why most. Yes, teacher.
You read.
Yes. Reasons why most of the wood processing industries are because most of the forests are located along the western coast areas, making it easy to build the industries there to reduce costs. Transportation. The rivers flow towards the west to the Pacific Ocean, hence making it easier to float the locks, the stone mills.
Okay, thank you, Namazi. Namazi has read for us and said most of the forests are located along the west coast area, making it easy to build the industry there to reduce costs and difficulties of what transportation. Then she has also read for us the second point that rivers flow towards the west. Let me show you what we mean. Let me get you this map and you see. Let me get this map and you see. When you look at British Columbia, this is British Columbia. And you see that this side, this one is the eastern coast where we have Pacific Ocean. So majority of the industries are found at the coast. Why? Even the rivers, they come from the mountainous area, sloping down. They come from this area where we have mountain. Let me try to go to Google Map and you see that area I'm talking about. You wait and see. When you try to move around, you can use this Google Map to move around British Columbia and you see what they have. Let us move. I wanted us to go to the side where there is, are you seeing the roads? When we look at the Google Map, as you see there, we have the roads and you are seeing that almost the area is full of forests. When you come to the eastern side, there are only forests. Let me hope you can see as I'm using Google Map to move around that area. The roads, you are seeing them like that. Yeah, so British Columbia is like that. When you look at this area, the rocky area, you are going to see, let me try to zoom in, and you see when we talk about you see that the Rocky Mountains, are you seeing? They are mountains with the snow, as you see there. I have tried to use Google Map to go to that area. Are you seeing it? There are always snow, as you see. You see they are called peaks. Those are mountains. That's why we call them the Rocky Mountain. On the eastern side, they have even snow. And when you look at those rivers are coming from these mountains, coming this side, and even you see there are forests here. There are many forests there, as you see when I try to zoom in. Are you seeing the green part? These are forests formed in that area. So they slope coming this side of eastern side. Are you seeing? They move like that, like that. That's how they move. So I was trying to show you how they come from the Rocky Mountains. Here, these are the Rocky Mountains. Then rivers slope coming to the eastern side where we have the coast. As you see here, the coast is here. So here they come to this side. I think I have tried to explain it very well. Is there a glaciation in British Columbia? Yeah, as you have seen, the Rocky Mountains, as I have shown you here. As you see, these mountains are rocky and they have snow, as you have seen. You see, they have snow. Let me try to zoom in and you see these mountains. Don't you see that they have snow? These mountains, they have snow. Are you seeing it? They have snow, as you see. They have snow, snow, snow. As you go that side of east, they have snow. These are mountains, as you see, rocky peaks, great rocky peaks. There are many ranges there. Yeah, they have snow. Yeah, the rivers are formed as a result of melting the snow from the peaks. Then the rivers start slow. The water, after melting, then the water moves down slope, forming the rivers, passing through the valleys. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing, I don't know, people are putting up their hands to read or they are putting up their hands. Okay. Let me just continue here and I get someone to read again. We were here, reason, yeah, we were still here. Let me pick Victoria. Let me allow you to, Victoria, read for us.
The relief of the West is relatively flat and therefore providing a large space for building the wood processing factories.
Yeah, thank you.
Availability of abundant water supply at the western coast to build the wood processing factories. The high population at the west coast, which provides labor to work on the sawmills and market for the wood products. Then availability of cheap and abundant hydroelectricity to be used for running machines in the wood processing factories.
Yeah, thank you. The first one, they are saying the relief of the West is relatively flat, therefore providing large space for building the wood processing factories. I think that one is clear. When you look at the coast, it's just flat. Then we go to availability of abundant water supply at the western coast to be used in the wood processing. Yeah, they need water in wood processing, and there is abundant water. Why? Because we have the Pacific Ocean. Then they are talking about high population at the western coast. Yeah, because in the Rocky Mountains, people cannot live there. So majority of the people are living at the coast. So meaning that because of the high population at the western coast, it means that there is labor for people to work in the forestry industries or the wood processing industries. Then also they are talking about availability of cheap and abundant hydroelectricity power to be used for running machines. Yeah, majority of the hydroelectricity plants are found on the western coast. Now, after seeing that and everything, people, you can, I don't know, just help me and you go in the chat room. Let me make the chat room so that everyone can be able to see what you are writing. I have made it public. All of you, can you write there the benefits? You explain your point, the benefits of the forestry industry to the development of British Columbia. You type in your answer. You write your answer. Remember here we are supposed to use forestry industry has provided, forestry industry has generated, forestry industry has promoted. So you give how. Someone who's saying you can't see, I think now it is your gadget. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute. You write there your answer. We are looking at benefits. I want you to write your answers in the chat room. In the chat room. In the chat room, write there your answer. Benefits. We are looking at benefits of the forestry industry to the development of British Columbia. How does that forestry industry or that sector is helping in the development of British Columbia? Write your answer in the chat room. I'm waiting. Already people are putting there their answers. Yeah, I'm seeing Nabu Kenya has put there. Yes, I'm seeing Nabu Etem has also put there. Yes, I'm seeing. You write there your answers. I'm giving you 1 minute. Then I'm going to post all your answers so that your friends can be seeing them on the screen. Yeah, people are writing, write, promote. Yeah, right there your answers. Try to be fast. Just type in your, remember benefits can also be called importances, or we can call them contributions. Yeah, thank you. I'm seeing people writing there. Yeah, people writing there good answers. Yeah. Try to write many answers, as many as we can. Yeah, thank you. I'm seeing people are giving their answers. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We have only 30 seconds. 30 seconds, then I close the chat. 30 seconds, then I close the chat. Yeah, people are giving their answers. Yeah. Thank you. Let me first stop the chat room. Okay, let me copy all your answers and I project them for your friends to see what you have written. Thank you, people, for your contribution. Let me post all people's answers so that we can read them together. Let me start. Ali Nabu Kenya was the first person to post. Okay. Hey, people have written many. Let me copy them and I paste them here so that we can see the, yeah. Copy. I have copied them. Let me share the screen here. Let me, people have written their answers. Control V. Let me put here people's answers. People have written their answers here. Okay, let us look at what people have written. Starting with the Nabukenya Aliyah, she has written forestry has provided. Let me pick here the annotation. Okay, she has written here, forestry has provided timber for making furniture. Yeah, thank you. Nabwetem has written, forestry has provided thermal energy for domestic and industrial use, which is used to cool. Yeah, thank you. That's the answer. Then Namuli Maria has written, forestry has promoted tourism in British Columbia, where tourists pay income or yeah, thank you. That's foreign. Then here she has written Ayebale Alicia. She has written Ayebale. Let me see. She has written forestry has provided timber. Yeah, thank you. Then Inisima has written forestry has promoted employment for people in British Columbia. Yeah, people have got employment, which has helped them to improve on their standards of living. Then Tracy has written, industry has provided employment opportunity. Yeah, it's the same point. Then forestry industry has led to the source of yeah, thank you. Condoleezza has written, let me see. Condoleezza has written, has provided employment. Yeah, it has promoted industrialization. Yeah, thank you. It has promoted international trade. Yeah, with other industries. Yeah, it is a source of income to the people who are working in the forestry industry, like the tree fellers, barkers, and managers. Then forestry has provided employment. Yeah, then we are looking at forestry in British Columbia has provided employment. Yeah, people, majority of the people, they have that point of then Gava has written, industry has modified climate through evaporation leading to heavy rainfall, supporting agriculture. Thank you, Gava. Yeah, that answer is right. Then let us go to someone. Sapphire has written employment here, even employment. Then we have another answer here. Forestry has provided revenue to the government. Yeah, thank you. It has provided a tax base to British Columbia. Yeah, the tax which it later used to develop other infrastructures. It has led to the development of coastal towns. Yeah, like Vancouver. We look at Victoria, Prince. There are many towns which have developed because of forestry. Then forestry has provided income. Yeah, already she has provided revenue. It's yeah, thank you. The benefit employment, already we have it. He has created employment for unemployed people. Yeah. Then we are seeing it has provided labor. We are seeing towns are devote people jobs. Majority of you like that point of employment. I'm seeing all people are writing about employment. Yeah, I'm seeing all the answers. I'm trying to look for a new thing, but I'm seeing all of them has provided jobs, the oil gas. Yeah, what's the time here so that I can allow you? What's the time? Okay, thank you for your answers. Now let me open up the chat again. Then we give the problems you think, the videos we have seen. Can you type there the problems you think which are faced by these people who are working in that industry? If I told you were tree feller, you were barker, you were manager, what challenges do you think these people are facing? The problems faced by the forestry industry in British Columbia. I have opened up the chat room so you can write there the problems faced. Let me put it here. Now you type. I have allowed you to type. I'm giving you 1 minute. You write the problems which are faced by these people who are working in British Columbia. Problems faced. Yeah, I'm seeing people putting their answers. Yeah. Why? Right there, the problems, if at all, just imagine the videos we have seen, if at all you are working in that industry, what are some of the challenges? Yeah, I'm seeing people putting their answers. Yeah. Right there. I'm seeing people putting there. Try to be fast so that also I can project the answers you have written. Yeah, I'm seeing people writing their answers. Yes, I'm seeing people writing their answers. We have people writing. Okay. Again, let me stop the chat. People try to be fast. I'm giving only 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me stop. Okay. Let me get also the answers which people have written. Then I project them on the screen so that we can also see them, what people have written in the chat room. Because majority of the thing are directed to me. Okay, let me get the answers here. Then I project them because there are many people, there are many answers people have written in the chat room. Let me project them. Oh, people might have given many answers, but some of them they're just a repetition fear. People have answers. Okay, they are here. Let me copy them, then I project them for you. Okay, they are here. Yeah, they are here. They are starting from here. Okay, they are coming. Just a few minutes. Then I project them on the screen so that you can see them. They are coming. And we see what people have written for us. As we conclude, this is the last thing about forestry. Then other notes already they are there in the e-learning platform. You can go and read about the solutions and everything. Copy. Okay, let me share the screen again. Let me share the screen and you see. Let me get them so that we can read them. These are some of the challenges people have written, starting from here. People have written many answers here. Okay, starting from somewhere here. Problem faced here. Let me start with what people have written here. Okay, we start with Yvonne. Yvonne, she has written shortage of skilled labor, yeah, which has made work difficult in the forestry industry. Condoleezza has written accidents which have caused injury and death to the people working there. We have wildfire. As I told you, majority of these trees, they have wax. So it's a challenge. these trees, these forests can get burned because of the wildfire and they destroy the timber. Accidents on the setup, yeah, thank you. The common one is accident, as you saw how people are working. Automatically accidents are there. Wildfire, shortage of labor, harsh weather condition, especially in the winter, harsh weather, climate, yeah, competition from other countries which are also dealing in forestry, yeah, pests and diseases which attack trees. Then we have accidents, yeah, wild animals, yeah. When you go to these areas, especially when you go to the Rocky Mountain, you find there the bears which cause injuries to the what? To the tree fellers and those people are working. Lack of government support, no, that one, don't use lack. Stop using lack. In geography, don't use lack. You just say unsupportive government policies, e.g., high taxes. That one, that's how you write it. Don't say lack. You just say unsupportive government policies, e.g., high taxes, which discourages the investors and market. Harsh condition, yeah, these ones, all of them, they are just lack of. We don't say lack, you just say limited. You don't use lack, you say limited. Machinery, which makes work difficult in the forestry industry. Then here, this is a repetition plus price fluctuation. Yeah, that one is right. Changes. Lack of enough technology. No, you don't say lack of, you just say low levels. But here in Bazungu, we cannot say lack of technology. Although we can put it there, but these people, they have advanced technology. So this point cannot work when we come to this area, because we have seen in the videos that these people are using advanced technology. So we cannot put them low by saying that they are using. It's a challenge to them. Okay, to some extent, not everyone has that that technology in British Columbia. Okay, I'm seeing Amone, I'm seeing your hand is up. Amone, your hand is up. I think she was just testing. Okay.
Teacher, not part of lack. Can we change shortage?
You can use, you are allowed to use shortage and limited.
Teacher, not part where people say.
Where people said what? Amone, your voice is not clear. Aine Babas, I'm seeing your hand is up.
Teacher, there is this answer they have given: mountainous nature making it difficult to exploit. Like,
okay,
teacher, can you explain that?
Okay, she has talked about the relief, unfavorable relief. This relief makes it difficult for machinery. Like, for example, tractors cannot climb these these mountains. So it makes it difficult for them to transport the timber from the mountainous areas to the low area, as you saw. Because the relief does not favor mechanization, that's why they put the logs on the river so that they can be transported to the down slope or to the western coast. Let me hope there I'm clear and I have tried to explain. Okay, people have written there insufficient capital, dangerous animals. Majority of the points are repeated. Competition from other forest producing countries, yeah. Yeah, people have written, oh, people, your answers, I think you can see them on the screen. Competition. What's the problem? Why you are raising your hand? Hey. How do I add what? They destroy the forest. When the wildfire catches the trees, they destroy the forest. If at all you planted your forest and you are planning to sell your trees and they are burnt, aren't you going to be in losses? Yeah, that's how wildfire destroy everything. I think these are the answers, people, you have put in the chat room. I think majority of them, they are repetitions, as you see on the screen. I'm trying to project all what you have written so that people cannot say that. But here in geography, in the problems, you don't use lack. As I have said, we say shortage or limited. We don't use lack. Insufficient. There. That one's right. But when you say lack, it's not proper. Okay, I'm seeing Abigail. I'm seeing your hand is up.
Teacher, I was asking, how can there be wildfires when the place is even having snow?
Auntie, I have told you, this one comes especially that in summer. And I told you, majority of these trees, they have wax. Are you getting? They have wax. And wax, it's because of, it can be because of some lazy people. It can be because of friction. Remember, these trees, when wind is moving them, and remember they have wax, they can be doing, we call it what? Friction. Then they start burning, like the way these Aleman used to get trees, and they do like this, then they fire. So it can come also because of that. For now, let us end here. But the notes are there in the e-learning platform. You just go to geography. When you go to geography, then you go to geography books. When you go to geography books, you will see there British Columbia. You tap on British Columbia. After tapping on British Columbia, then you will see all the notes. Even for fishing, already I have started putting there the notes. And even on the WhatsApp group, I sent you I sent there the maps you are supposed to be putting in the notes. I have put it there, so you can go and you check. Right now I'm not taking any question. If at all you want to ask me any question, just go to my inbox and you ask. But already the maps, I have put them there on our platform. Thank you for attending the lesson. We shall pick up from there, inshallah. Okay, bye.